Hi, this is our Intangible Culture Heritage Analysis. My team is conformed by Vicente Pérez, Marco Iván, Gerardo Juarez, and me, Francisco Javier. Well, the name of the cultural heritage is Carnavalito. Argentina is the country of the origin and still is not included by UNESCO's list of ICH. Well, this falls into the category of performing arts, social practice, rituals, and festive events.
Now, in case you wonder, it is recognized by the Association of Events of the Argentine Republic, AUFRED by its acronym. This organization recognizes all kinds of rituals, festivities, and dances like this one, but also it portrays the development and the rights over this holiday. For its correct non-profit uses, that's important because it's a dance that it's important both social and culturally. But now, I know you are wondering, what's the Carnavalito? Well, the Carnavalito is an Argentinian dance with a very old origin which dates from the ancient Incan Empire. Yes, it's that old. Well, it is danced, originally, but also now it is danced by pairs of groups of various person in which they coordinate their movements and make files like a snake. You know, like they move in files, in pairs, it looks like a snake. And also, the instruments that are used for the dance are known as quena, the sillo, and the bombo, which are both air and drum instruments. And now, in case you're wondering, if it's compatible with the International Human Rights Instrument, with the mutual respect, or the sustainable development, let me give you an answer by saying this. The Carnavalito Day is a very, very, very important festivity because it's a one without prejudice. It's a healthy familiar meeting. This means that anyone can join in, anyone can dance. No matter who you are or where you came from, you can join this dance. And by doing this, I think that brings people together, which is the most important part of the Carnavalito. And now, I also think that according to the human rights, it complies to all the rules because basically no one gets hurt, no one gets insulted, and basically no one dies. And by another, it doesn't affect no one or anything in a social, economic, or ambiental way, so it's compatible with the sustainable development. And if you ask me, I think that if something, it allows to solve some social problems by bringing people together. Thank you.
since both Carnavalito's rhythmic dance and traditional music has its origins in South American cultures belonging not only to Argentina but also Peru, Bolivia, and Colombia. This type of cultural representation is widely recognized as part of these countries' pre-Hispanic traditions and culture. The music is still played using traditional instruments such as bombos, caja chayera, and quenas. The dance itself has a day designated to it, which is the 7th of February. Since this type of dance has pre-Hispanic origins and somehow has managed to survive to modern days, this dance and music has embedded itself into the population's culture and traditions, and it's considered to be very valuable by the ones who practice it for its historical and traditional value. Including it to the list of intangible cultural heritage would help to reaffirm its importance and would give it the recognition this beautiful tradition deserves. Despite this tradition having a day dedicated to commemorate it, the dance itself is not limited to be performed in any specific date or circumstance and can be freely performed by anyone who so desires. This means that it's easier to preserve since anyone at any given moment can learn to perform it and keep this tradition alive. If this tradition gets into the list of intangible cultural heritage, it could gain more attention from the population, making it even more present and valuable than it already is.
Okay, my name is Gerardo, and I'll be telling you more about this huge project we have in mind. So, obviously, this tradition marks a diversity, and maybe when I say that it's an Argentine tradition, you think of tango or something similar, but that is the magic campaign of Carnavalito, or Carnavalito tradition that not many people know about it, but it's because of how rare and not so common it is, what makes it special. And obviously, anyone interested in Argentine culture or in preserving any tradition would be willing to spend their time and even their money to save it, since it's something cultural that they would not be willing to lose. So now, as is well known, any culture is taught in such a way that each generation knows how to do the dance or do the music to actually the tradition is. So, however, not only dances evolves, also society does. So this is why it's necessary to learn and teach to the new generations how to preserve this tradition. So we'll be losing the minimum possible. In other words, we need to preserve Carnavalito and the traditions, so we're losing the minimum possible. It preserves like the basis of the tradition. And that's basically what I had to tell you.